say he's not all about football. Like he's not about
I
his craft.
think he's a spokesperson.
He's just not.
He's the Manchurian candidate of leaders.
Something like that.
He's a propped up guy.
Exactly.
Put in a position who is never really accountable for the things he does.
Yeah.
And all the interceptions he used to throw. Come on. But yeah.
All right, next up, man, Bob Kraft. You want to get to
We're talking about sex trafficking. We're gonna go to the bigger overall theme of what he got caught up in, and then we're gonna go down to what he actually did. Go for it. Talk.
You go.
No, I thought you were going to introduce the story, and then I was going to...
Yeah, so pretty much the angle that I brought up this week was that TMZ asked Eric Dickerson this week at the airport or wherever he was, what he made of the whole Bob Kraft situation, which it came out that Bob Kraft was attending this massage parlor on the day of the AFC Championship game, a massage parlor where basically... was one of many massage parlors in South Florida and other parts of the country.
South Florida strip mall.
That were sex trafficking, that were basically bringing illegal immigrants here.
Yeah, they had cameras on the front.
Making them do sex services to basically stay here in the United States and basically interchanging them from state to state, stuff like that. Big whole scheme. Bob Kraft was just one of many people, many high-profile people as well, who got caught up kind of in the whole weeds of it. But yeah, Kraft went in the AFC Championship game, basically spent like 20 minutes at this massage parlor and pretty much got, what's an appropriate word that we can say?
A rub and tug?
No, he got full on neck. He got topped. He got topped off.
He got his clarinet cleaned,
something like that, and hugged the girl afterwards. So there you go.
I've hugged a girl after that.
Yeah, but never.
I broke Pete.
No, because you just implicated yourself in sex trafficking and
prostitution. No, I just want to time out.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you got me. I was like, wait a minute, just snitch on himself?
I didn't mean that. I meant like,
did this man just snitch on himself?
When a man and a woman have intimate moments together, sometimes embraces happen. Like you get a hug afterwards.
And if that man sent her a cash app afterwards,
that's a snap.
That's in between.
That's a different episode.
That's
dudes smashing Snapchat celebrities. I don't do that human trafficking shit. That's not me. I'm not a rich white dude.
But Eric Dickerson's take on it, and I think it's a good take on it, it's pretty much everyone's talking smack about Kraft like he's the only one doing it, when really there's a lot of high profile white men who do this all the time.
Jeffrey
Epstein.
Whether
they're in the media, whether they're owners, whether they're celebrities, it's a pretty common thing for everyone to just kind of castrate Bob Kraft about it like they haven't done it.
And
it's hypocritical.
And the reports came out, said that he was like the least famous billionaire there. There were way more famous white billionaires there than him. So it's a bigger thing. And yeah, those women were held there against their own will, pretty much, and said, yeah, you can be here, but you got to perform sex trafficking. I think there was a madam there who's like 40 or 50 years old or something like that, and then another chick who was like 58. And it's like, human trafficking is just the most grossest, disgusting shit ever. And he did this before the AFC title game?
Yeah, literally the morning of the AFC.
And it's like he did it in a dirty, dingy ass strip mall, because who's gonna know in South Florida what the hell Robert Kraft looks like? Some old ass white dude going to a strip mall and a massage parlor to get his flute fluted. But
wow.
But anyway.
Wow. All right, man. So,
but it was like, I forget who said it, but this dude was like, it's probably some athletes looking at him like, yeah, what do you do? So what do you do? Like, yeah, he went to a massage parlor and paid for a happy ending. What do you do? Which, honestly, yeah, some people might say, the argument is, well, what did he do? And then the reports clearly state exactly what he did. And the problem is the most he can be penalized is what, like
prostitution,
$500,000,
soliciting prostitution.
No, for the NFL. I'm talking about like. The NFL punishment is like 6-game suspension.
He won't even get that much,
and I think a $600,000 fine. Donald Sterling said fucked up shit about black people and lost his team. Or didn't really.
Nah, he's not gonna get caught up for this.
But I'm saying like there are things. There are worse things that have happened.
Jerry Richardson now he's gonna do less fine and suspension for this than Tom Brady did for deflating footballs.
I wouldn't be surprised. But I also don't think if they can find the right tech billionaire, I wouldn't be surprised if Kraft is forced to sell his team. But that's only if they find the right tech billionaire. They're trying to get some young tech money and put it in there because all those owners are old as shit. So don't think old white men are loyal to each other.
I mean, for what Bob Kraft is,
you almost said ass. That's why I was like, whoa.
All I'm gonna say is for what Bob Kraft is,
and what
he could be a lot worse. Like in the scheme,
he might be a lot worse, and we don't know it.
In the scale of NFL owners, he's not the worst. I'll put it to you that way.
He's the nice Republican in front of your face who votes for Trump, and
exactly.
He's the nice liberal, which is actually worse than the stone cold racist. I'd rather deal with a stone cold racist like Trump than a fake liberal person, because at least I know where the stone cold racist is coming from. That's just how life works. I don't want you to throw rocks and hide your hand, and I'm thinking we on the same side and we not. Because when you think about it, somebody said, "Yo, did Meek Mill bail him out of jail?"
He should have.
And it's like also. You think about this issue of sex trafficking, I think of a guy like Jeffrey Epstein who got walked through the legal system where he just went to day jail or night jail. He would go to work, check into jail, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, go back. And he had molested well over 30 girls. Like, there's evidence of it. And a bunch of judges that, like, they're looking at it now to overturn some stuff, but a bunch of judges, like, that were cool with him or whatever, walked him through the system and gave him the lightest of charges. He's molested well over like 30 to 100 girls. They came out and said he did it. Jeffrey Epstein. Go look it up. Not only that, he had his own island and he had his plane, which is called the Lolita Express. His butler literally came out and stole his daybook, his itinerary, with like all the people who were on his plane and everything. Like, that's the bigger issue that we be speaking to when it comes to sex trafficking. And nobody has said 2 words about Jeffrey Epstein in the media. And all y'all still on R. Kelly's head. So just know, a sex trafficking and all that shit, it doesn't stop with one person who we all know. It's the people who you don't even think about who are doing that shit. Like a Bob, or not like a Bob, not like a Kraft, but the people who are his friends who are out here doing it, people that he obviously has been comfortable enough to go to massage parlors with. So yeah, if you honestly think these sports owners aren't dirty, if you don't think there's a whole dark, nasty world out there, I mean, we talked about it a while ago when we talked about cheerleaders for the Redskins, the Deadskins, and all that nasty shit that they were forced to do with those parties. Like, yep. Bro, this exists out here. So I just want people to understand this. Like, stop getting attached to the name. Oh, it's a famous person that we all know. Oh, we have to cancel this person. Like, yeah, they have to be canceled. But you need to focus on the crime and everyone who's doing it, not just one person. That's just all I'm saying.
All right. So the next thing I wanted to talk about.
And seriously, go Google Jeffrey Epstein. That's a nasty motherfucker. He should be castrated somewhere. He's gross.
Yeah, so in addition to the combine...
Sorry, Mom, for cussing so much. I'm done. I swear, I'm done. Go ahead.
In addition to the combine, the owners actually have a meeting the first day of the combine, and one thing that they discussed what makes Saints fans pretty happy. So pretty much they're looking at expanding instant replay, including reviewing pass interference calls and flags on the play, stuff like that. Pretty much they don't think it's going to happen just because it could open Pandora's box in the NFL, as we know. doesn't do anything proactive or progressive. So
they never.
Why would they? Why would they do that? Pete Carroll was one dude who weighed in on it. He pretty much said he didn't want instant replay at first, but he sees a value to how it adds credibility to the game, and he would be in favor of it if it means reviewing the defenseless player penalties that are costing teams 15 yards for literally doing what defensive ends and tackles do every single day in practice.
I just want to know, did he want instant replay after the USC-Texas game?
How about that Notre Dame push? You don't want to talk about that, though, huh?
What push? I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
You mean something that happens on every play between offensive and defensive linemen?
Oh, yeah.
In practice?
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Stock blocking?
Wait.
That's pushing.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait. Did Notre Dame win that game now when we look back at history?
No, they lost. They lost. They always lost in their green uniforms. They had a losing record, by the way.
That wasn't
their green uniforms.
That wasn't the season that they had a forfeit wins. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Wait, didn't they get their ass kicked by Jamarcus Russell at LSU in the Sugar Bowl that year? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're
Isn't Jeff Samardzija like a pitcher because he couldn't make it as a receiver in the NFL?
No, he chose baseball first, actually.
Yeah,
but try again.
That's what I'm saying. He's a pitcher now.
He actually would have been a second-round receiver.
We don't know that. He might have ran a 4.6, and then it would have been over.
And he still would have went in the fourth round and been a previous Cooper Cup.
I don't think he would have been Joe Jurevicius, so you're wrong on that one. Might have been John Shackelford out of Purdue or some shit.
All right, last thing I want to talk about before we close out the show. The AAF. So last week, man, they got $250 million from, I think, the
Carolina. Isn't it the Carolina NHL?
Yeah, the NHL
team owner.
Yeah, he pretty much gave them $250 million, and without that $250 million, the league pretty much would have got shut down, and it's only been going for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Now he's their commissioner. He's their God King. He's their Xerxes.
And yeah, there's still complaints going around that league in terms of people getting paid.
Yep.
People are missing paychecks, and it's kind of a mess, but kind of not. So could go either way.
Shout out to Pep Hamilton getting a head coaching job for one of the XFL teams.
Is that still happening?
Yeah.
It's happening in the fall?
Yeah, he's finally getting the call plays because we know he didn't get the call any under Jim Harbaugh. Or under Jim Caldwell when he was Andrew Luck's offensive coordinator for 17 minutes.
And other AAF storylines, Johnny Manziel
is banned from Canada.
He got cut from the CFL, and now he's taking his talents to the AAF.
He's legally banned from Canada.
Going to be trying out there.
And he's legally banned from Canada.
Trent Richardson is actually going kind of the opposite way of Manziel in terms of actually being a real redemption project.
And not committing domestic violence and doing drugs because he blamed the weed.
He did get kicked out in 2017 for domestic violence. But
charges
got dropped. It was against his baby mama.
So it don't count then because charges got dropped.
That was kind of
gray area.
Do you want to say that?
Does it count since the charges got dropped? I'm asking. Like, he wasn't charged with a crime.
You were the one talking about a culture of protecting predators, but we want to talk about a culture of protecting domestic violence people within our own families.
You know how many baby moms lie on their baby dads and get restraining
And you know
orders?
how many dads really be beating the shit out of their wives in front of their kids?
So the results are inconclusive.
Yes. So we're in the gray area. We agree. Let's move on.
We agreed. I just say shit differently than you, and you assume it's problematic, and it's not.
No, it is problematic. That's been proven. It's been proven. It's been proven, verified, double, once over.
By people who don't agree with me.
Sources.
By people who don't agree with me. But people who do agree with me will say you're wrong. So,
but they don't.
The results are inconclusive?
But as we know, both in the professional setting and in the personal setting, the people that back you usually do it quietly and silently and in hindsight.
That hurt a little bit.
Because you know it's true. At least I have the courage to either agree with you or disagree with you, both live on the air, on the record, and also to your face. So
yeah, and then the other stuff we're just like, we should talk about that away from here while we're eating Chinese or some shit.
All right, man. So yeah, Trent Richardson, he's having a pretty good season with the AAF, pretty much carrying the Birmingham. I don't even remember what they call it, but there's a real good story about him and his